Thousands of Americans are checking their bank accounts daily, waiting for life-changing Social Security payments that were promised months ago. Are you one of them? Today, we're breaking down exactly what's happening with those delayed checks. In this video, you'll discover the latest updates on the Social Security Fairness Act, why some payments are delayed until November, which recipients are getting retroactive lump sums, and exactly what steps to take if your increased benefits haven't arrived yet. Stay until the end to hear real success stories from viewers who successfully navigated the system and received their full payments, including one viewer who resolved a complex overpayment issue and received a substantial lump sum. Welcome to Financial Area, where we break down complicated financial news into actionable information you can use today. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button and notification bell to stay updated on Social Security changes that could put more money in your pocket. The Social Security Administration is currently processing millions of adjusted payments following the Fairness Act implementation, and this has created quite a backlog in the system. If you're still waiting for your increased check or retroactive payment, you're definitely not alone. Let's talk about the timeline you should expect. The SSA announced that payments would be distributed on a staggered schedule from May all the way through November of this year. This phased approach means different recipients will receive their payments at different times based on factors like your Social Security number's last digits, your benefit type, and when you initially filed. For those wondering exactly where you fall in this queue, the SSA should have sent you a notice with your estimated payment time frame. If you haven't received this communication, that's your first sign that you need to be proactive about your case. Several factors are contributing to these extended delays. Beyond the sheer volume of adjustments being processed, the SSA is conducting thorough verification procedures to ensure accuracy. This includes reviewing work histories, pension details, and ensuring there are no overlapping benefits that would affect your payment amount. The system backlog has been further complicated by staffing challenges at local SSA offices, which means even routine processing is taking longer than usual. If your case involves any special circumstances or requires additional documentation, you could be looking at the later end of the payment window. Regarding official communication, you should have received or will soon receive a notice that details your adjusted benefit amount, any retroactive payment you qualify for, and the approximate time frame for receiving these funds. This notice is crucial documentation, so keep it in a safe place for your records. If your notice contains unclear information or mentions pending review without specific details, this could indicate your case requires additional attention. Similarly, if the letter mentions further documentation needed, you should respond promptly to avoid additional delays. Now, let's clarify exactly who qualifies for these retroactive payments, as there's been significant confusion around this topic. Under the Social Security Fairness Act, those who are subject to reductions due to the windfall elimination provision or government pension offset may be eligible for adjusted payments dating back to the Act's implementation. However, there's an important distinction that many viewers have asked about. If you never applied for Social Security benefits because you were previously told you wouldn't qualify due to your pension, you generally won't receive automatic retroactive benefits. The system can only adjust existing claims, not create new ones retroactively. This has particularly affected former government employees, teachers, and state workers who opted not to apply for benefits when initially eligible. If you fall into this category, you'll need to submit a new application and specifically request a review under the Fairness Act provisions. The appeal process has proven successful for many of our viewers who initially received denials or incorrect calculations. To file an effective appeal, you'll need to submit Form SSA 561 along with any supporting documentation that demonstrates your eligibility under the new guidelines. When preparing your appeal, gather documentation of your work history, any government pension information, and previous communication with the SSA regarding your benefits. Be specific about how the Fairness Act applies to your situation and reference the exact provisions that support your claim. While standard appeals can take months to resolve, we've heard from viewers who received decisions within 4-6 weeks by clearly referencing the new legislation in their paperwork. Persistence is key here, as many successful appellants needed to follow up multiple times. Let's talk about some special consideration categories that have unique circumstances under the new rules. Widows and widowers who previously saw reduced survivor benefits due to their own government pensions may now qualify for increased payments. These cases are particularly complex because they involve recalculating benefits across multiple eligibility categories. Similarly, those with mixed earnings records, some covered by Social Security and some under separate government pension systems, require careful review to ensure the correct application of the new formula. These cases often benefit from requesting a detailed benefits calculation to verify accuracy. We've heard from numerous viewers who have successfully navigated these challenges, and their experiences offer valuable insights. Take Loretta, for example, who shared her story last week. After 32 years as a public school teacher, she faced a significant reduction in her Social Security benefits from her late husband's record due to the government pension offset. Following the Fairness Act implementation, Loretta persistently contacted her local SSA office, eventually speaking with a technical expert who identified an error in her initial review. Not only did she receive an increased monthly benefit moving forward, but she also received a lump sum payment of over $9,800, covering the retroactive period. Another viewer, Thomas, had been dealing with an overpayment notice for months when the new legislation passed. By requesting a comprehensive review of his case under the updated rules, he discovered that the previous overpayment was actually incorrect under the new guidelines. His appeal was approved, the overpayment was removed from his record, and he received his proper benefit adjustment. These success stories highlight the importance of being your own advocate when dealing with the SSA during this transition period. When contacting the Social Security Administration, specificity is crucial. Rather than simply asking about the status of your payment, request a comprehensive review of your benefit calculation under the Social Security Fairness Act provisions. If phone lines are continuously busy, which many viewers have reported, consider alternative contact methods. The SSA's online portal allows for secure messaging, and while in-person appointments require scheduling weeks in advance, they often result in more thorough reviews than phone consultations. Before making contact, prepare a concise summary of your work history, including periods of government employment not covered by Social Security, along with any previous communication you've had regarding your benefits. Having your Social Security statement, recent benefit letters, and pension documentation readily available will expedite the process. For those facing particular challenges, know that you don't have to navigate this alone. National organizations like the National Active and Retired Federal Employees Association and the National Education Association have established resource centers specifically for members affected by these Social Security changes. Additionally, many state-level retirement systems have created dedicated information lines to help former public employees understand how the Fairness Act interacts with their specific pension systems. These resources often have more specialized knowledge than general SSA representatives. Our financial area community is also an invaluable resource. In the comments section below, viewers have been sharing their experiences, strategies that worked for them, and even specific names of helpful representatives at various SSA offices. This collective knowledge has helped many navigate the system more effectively. The Social Security Fairness Act represents one of the most significant changes to retirement benefits in decades, particularly for government workers, teachers, and their families. While the implementation has been challenging, the financial impact for eligible recipients makes persistence worthwhile. Remember, this adjustment period is temporary, but the increased benefits could add tens of thousands of dollars to your retirement income over time. Stay informed, be persistent, and don't hesitate to appeal if you believe your case hasn't been properly reviewed. If you found this information helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to Financial Area for weekly updates on Social Security changes, retirement planning strategies, and ways to maximize your financial security. Drop your questions in the comments below, and we'll address the most common concerns in our next video. Thanks for watching, and remember, understanding the system is the first step to ensuring you receive every dollar you're entitled to. We'll see you in the next video.